Hi everybody, welcome to another scintillating episode of Stop Being Hateful. We are almost done with August. It's a beautiful day outside, or it was a beautiful day outside. We're recording at night for background. And I'm your host, Lori Fogg.
And your co-host, Adam McAvoy.
And in the room we have a guest. Her name is Kennedy, and she is Adam's dog. And right now she's really going at the carpet.
Lay down.
For some reason.
Not
really sure why she's doing that, but we're happy to have her.
She's trying to make it come.
She's trying to make it nice. R.I.P. Dorinda. She's not dead. She's just leaving Real Housewives of New York, which is sad. I miss her already. Even though I just got into Real Housewives of New York, so I can't really fully grieve the loss. You know?
I saw the memes on our Instagram and I didn't understand what they were.
Yeah, I will miss her. I will miss the memes. I will miss I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch. I'll miss that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on season 1 of Real Housewives of New York.
It sounds iconic. I don't even know what it is.
She's an icon. But I haven't watched Real Housewives of New York. Like, I haven't gotten to the point where she's in. I'm only halfway through season 1. So, you know, hopefully when I get into I think she comes in on season 4, I'll be able to fully grieve. You know.
But we're on season 12 of New Jersey. Or season 8, episode 12 of New Jersey.
I thought we were on season 7 still.
Are we still on season 7?
We're on season 7. Margaret Josephs comes on out in season 8, so I know. But I keep track of it by, like, gauging
which housewife is on.
Like, and I know Danielle comes back in season. You're on Vanderpump Rules, first of all.
Oh, oops. I was photoshopping last night. How am I on Vanderpump Rules?
You're on the searching. You're not even on your recently watched page.
I was making some photoshops for Lori last night.
Get you a man who makes you Bravo photoshops. What is that?
Yes.
Love in the Time of Corona?
Season 7. Yeah, so season 7, episode 10.
But speaking of...
No, so we're on episode 12 because I was getting pictures.
Yeah, but speaking of mourning the losses of, I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about almost daily, which is, should Vanderpump Rules be canceled? Like, are we in the end times, not only in life, but of Vanderpump?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, Lisa Vanderpump is getting her own, I believe it's in Vanderpump Dogs or in Vanderpump Vegas spin-off. Which to me was like, I saw the news of that a few weeks ago or like a few days ago or something, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
That
like, why would she need that if she has this cash cow, which is Vanderpump Rules? Like,
well, I mean, let's think of like the cast. Like, who is left in Vanderpump Rules? Tom, Ariana.
Tom Sandoval, Ariana. Tom and Katie.
Jackson,
Brittany. And then all the new people, and Lala and James and Raquel.
Like, everyone has alienated James.
No, they're all back with him. They've accepted him now.
Okay.
Like, in season, what's the new season? Season 8? Mm-hmm. Katie hugs him and, like, forgives him, and, like, they hashed it out.
Okay.
And, like, I just saw on Instagram that James was at Lala and Randall's movie premiere.
I was gonna say, that changes how I was gonna say something, because I was gonna say, well, James, no one likes James, and Lala's unreliable.
Lala's just, like, sober now, so it's like, do we really want to watch? Like, sobriety is a beautiful journey. I think it's amazing that she has gotten herself to that point, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I commend her for that, but it's like, how much fun is a show that was based entirely around people having sex and drinking to the point of excess gonna be, like, when people are...
Sober manipulating what the producers like.
Yeah, like, coercing with and also, I don't want to watch a show that is these people married. Like, I don't know who thought that was, like, what we wanted out of The View. Like, I don't watch the show aspirationally.
So are you saying they should just cancel Vanderpump and make a spin-off of them the married couple?
Well, Jax has said before in, like, a live or something that there was going to be 2 versions of Vanderpump Rules with the new people and then with the,
But it shouldn't even be called
with the OGs.
It shouldn't even be called Vanderpump Rules because none of them work there anymore. So they should have Vanderpump Rules continue as, like... Either they should cancel...
Well, Raquel and James do work there.
No one likes them.
They're not as well... Like, I like Raquel.
No, you don't.
I do. I think
Let's
she's
be honest. What do you like about Raquel?
I like her eyes, and I like her demeanor. She's very sweet.
I take offense to that. Not everything about a woman is her looks, Lori.
I think she's very pretty. I like that she supports James unconditionally, and I like watching that on screen. Kennedy is still digging. She's not comfortable yet.
You're not going to find anything in the carpet.
There's nothing there. There's no dirt to be dug.
I could see them making a Jax, Brittany, Tom.
But do you want to watch
I could see them making a Tom. Yeah, I could see Tom. A show centered on Tom Tom.
Will it not be called though?
Tom Tom.
Tom Tom Rules.
No, why would it be Tom Tom Rules?
Because it's the Tom's Rules.
I feel like it's Andy Cohen still.
It's Andy. Well, he said publicly that he wasn't in control of firing Stassi and Kristen. He's like, that wasn't my...
He's like, if I was, I would have done it sooner.
No, and, like, that's what I want to talk about, is, like, this show, like, Dodie is our background. Stassi is, like... Like, it's, like, who... Like, what purpose does Katie have if it's not
to be
with the Witches of WeHo? What purpose does Jax have if not to be... You know, like, not to
not to fuck with Stassi.
No, because, like, Stassi is the only person that can talk to Jax in a way that he will understand. And not always...
And Kristen. Kristen and him have an odd relationship, too. That just took away the, like... You know, Jax is very one-dimensional in his relationship with Brittany, but his relationship with the other girls...
Are so layered.
Yeah, and it kind of makes him, like, interesting to watch, because he's like, oh, he's still flirting with Kristen, is still cringy as fuck, like...
Yeah. It's like what, like, these characters, their lives are so codependent with each other that, like, I don't know where it's gonna go when you remove two of the people who are integral to the show.
And that kind of brings us to, like, Real Housewives of New Jersey, where it's, like, almost all these people are so, you know, so compartmentalized into their families that, like, you can lose someone, you can lose, Caroline, the Manzos, and still have a show.
Because it's all about Teresa. Like, what would you do if Teresa left Real Housewives? You wouldn't have a show.
You'd have Joe Gorga.
But what if Melissa left with her?
Why would Melissa leave?
Solidarity, I don't know.
Why would Melissa leave? Why would Melissa leave?
I don't know. Because Teresa...
I'm just saying Joe Gorga should have his own show.
Joe Gorga Rules. Gorga Rules. It's about his, what is it called?
Real Contractors in New Jersey. And it's just... New Jersey. And it's just Joe Gorga, like, in a dress. in a hard hat.
What would his tagline be?
It's my show now. Like, I don't know.
Hey, it's me. I'm Joe Gorga. It's my show.
Men are on the roast. Like,
Men are the rule. I'm old-fashioned.
I'm not old... Don't you call me old-fashioned. That's what he kept on saying this last episode.
Which is like...
I stay home with the kids. Don't you call me old-fashioned.
Yeah, it's like you made them Eggos. Like, what a modern man you are. Like, a feminist icon for making your kids Eggos in the morning. I love Eggos. Fuck you. That's I walked in today from work and my mom was making Eggos. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, I was just hungry.
She said that to me the other day.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're just eating Eggos?
I was over, when I was over there, she was like, oh, I just made some breakfast. And I was like, oh, I love Eggos. And she's like, I've been having them with the kids a lot lately. I'm like, oh, yeah, those are great. Just pop them in the toaster.
It's so
They're
weird.
Waffles. Waffles are great.
But they were fully burnt when I saw her eating them.
Ooh,
I was like, Mom, like, what setting did you make these
Peanut butter and...
Honey and Eggo. Is it good?
I'm not the biggest honey fan, but peanut butter and syrup.
I don't like the syrup. It gets my hands sticky. I've never liked syrup.
It gets your... Wait, hold on. Are you eating waffles and pancakes with your hands?
No,
Whoa!
I mean, with the honey and peanut butter Eggo, I fold that in half and then I eat with my hand, yeah. You cut an Eggo? Are you a psycho?
I'm the psycho? I don't have honey on my hands.
I don't have honey on my hands either because I eat it like a sandwich.
On my hands. I don't have syrup on my hands either.
I've never eaten an Eggo with a fork and a knife.
Well, here's the thing. How many Eggos do you eat?
In my adult life, none. But in my child,
at a time, like you take one, right?
I actually I don't like the big ones. I like the little four mini ones. Those are the best ones. And then I sometimes will like dip them in like peanut butter or like. I'll eat them like chips, kind of.
Well, I'm saying like, would you eat like one Eggo and you fold it up?
Yeah.
All right, so
like a big Eggo. And
so when you have a stack of 3 or 4 Eggos.
Oh, stack.
Peanut butter them up in between like the sandwich.
I literally like hate syrup. Like I will eat my pancakes with butter and that's it. I don't even want to
talk to you. We make our own syrup here.
Yeah, you guys do. That's true.
Yeah,
Adam's family lives like
they're cool.
Yeah.
Industrious. They
cut their own wood for their fires and it's crazy. They have a gas stove.
You know, I didn't get a car like Siggy's ungrateful child when I was 16.
That I had to build my own out of wood. Not only do I not know how to drive,
I had to cut down a tree and build my own car from the forest.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
The Stone Age technology.
Adam actually has a Fred Flintstone car where there's no engine, his feet just power.
Just pick it up and run around.
No, but I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna go with Vanderpump because it's like I feel like if they could just stop thinking of themselves as celebrities and remind, like, because it's like I was watching a clip of Andy Cole being like, remember at any moment this could get taken away from you. Like this isn't your forever.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like with like a lot of them like Stassi, it's like she's had it her whole like almost her whole adult life.
And even in her, I don't know if you've ever known that, like, I think I've talked about this with you before, but she did her show on the Teen Lick the End, the Queen Bee. She was on Family, what's that show where they're like in RVs and they race? It's on ABC. It's like a cable show. What is it called?
Oh, we're like
The Amazing Race.
The
Yeah,
Amazing Race.
she was on that as a kid with her dad. I feel like she's always been She's always been like television adjacent.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like, you know, there was a rumor going around that she was gonna get a show with Evolution USA, about her pregnancy and about being a mother, and it's like, I just feel like she's engaging and like knows how to brand herself, and I want to watch her, and I don't know if I want to watch Lala.
No, I don't.
I actually don't want to watch
Lala. I don't want to watch Ariana too. As much as I like Ariana, like you can like Ariana, and like I do like her. I think she's an interesting person, and like she's probably one of the nicer people on Vanderpump, you know. But I don't find her interesting. She just like is either complaining. Oh, I don't know what else she does. She just complains. Like that's all she does, and it's just like I don't want to see you like shoot down another idea of Tom's, because Tom gets so excited, and then like she just shoots him down, and it's so funny.
I do have to be honest with you.
No, that's making me smile thinking about it. I might be wrong.
That's entertaining.
Yeah, who knows?
Their dynamic is so cute, and like I don't know, just like they love each other. I do want to watch that. I want to watch people that love each other, but I don't want to watch Jax.
So Tom the show. Tom and Tom, no Katie.
No, I'd watch Katie.
But without the Witches of Weehaw.
I feel like she might Weehaw.
What I said?
Weeho,
whatever.
It's okay. But I feel like I might really like. I like Katie. I like that she's a bitch. Like I find that very relatable and kind of like cathartic to watch. Mm-hmm. Like when she was like, I don't find this prank funny. When Jackson Randall pulled the fake arrest thing, and she was just straight up like, I don't find this funny. Like this isn't funny. Like I don't like this. I was like, yeah, I love that for you. Like I love.
Just her being a stick in the mud, not.
Yeah, like I love like her just being like, I actually don't find this funny. I actually don't like that joke. I actually don't like. I would watch it.
But that's all she does.
I know, and I love that for her.
I don't like that. That's just she's an unlikable person.
And I like that she's always high when she's not being like, I actually don't like this. Like I like that being like her personality, either being like a stick in the mud bitch or like being like high and like okay with everything.
So Katie, Tom, Ariana, no Jax and Brittany.
See, I feel like with Jax and Brittany, it's like with Tom and Ariana, where it's like she might shoot him down sometimes and they might have disagreements. And even with Tom and Katie, it's like they are married. Like there is a stake in that relationship, that there is love somewhere.
Brittany and Jax are married.
I know, let me finish. Brittany and Jax, I feel like, is a dark thing to watch. Like as a viewer.
It's a 40-year-old man and like a 25-year-old woman.
She's 31.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I thought she was like 22 when she came on the show.
She might have been 22 and he might have been like 30, but they're like 8 years apart, babe. Cartwright. Jax Taylor wife, that's what it says when you look her up. That's funny.
She's 31.
She's 31. Jax is 40. They're 9 years apart.
The TV shows Vanderpump Rules.
Jax and Brittany say Kentucky.
What's Vanderpump?
That's the after show.
That's so dumb. That makes me want to fight someone.
But, like, watching Jax and Brittany interact, I don't get any joy out of. I feel like I'm an accomplice to something bad when I watch them interact. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
No, I don't, but...
He is so cruel to her, and I feel like she is just so complacent in it, and she has... But I don't feel bad for her for this at the same time, because it's like, you're complacent in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he cheated on you, you should have broken up with him then and there.
Yeah,
and you chose not to, and yeah, and so it's like I'm kind of beyond the point where, and she's just now is instead like enabling him and always defending him because that's her husband and that's what you do.
Yeah,
and I'm just over it.
Yeah,
there's nothing. I find nothing redeeming about watching them together. I don't even find anything redeemable about Brittany as a person anymore. That's where I'm at with them. I'm like, I could do without them.
So they're not on the show then?
Yeah, and ultimately, like, they go to Kentucky and then they stay there, and I never hear from them ever again.
And I haven't watched any of the newest season, so would we keep Vanderpump on with new characters? Like, would Vanderpump Rules stay on without, like, the toxicity, without the quote-unquote toxic people?
I feel like maybe maybe James and Raquel would still be on Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Because, like, James does legitimately love DJing at Sa. I love to DJ. Speaking. But, like... I don't know, like, I really like Charlie, but I don't like any of the other new people. Like, Charlie is the only person I'm like, oh, this is so entertaining to watch. This is so, like, she is a gold mine, and she is entertaining, and she is captivating. I don't feel like that with any of the other people that they brought in.
I haven't caught
Especially
up to
the
it
men, and especially Danica and Dana. I don't even know which one is which, and I don't care about either of them. I think they're so annoying.
Danica and Dana, they got like two people who have the
and
same
they look
name.
the same. Like they're like
They
it's
look
like
the same. They sound like they have the same name.
I think it's like they put a blonde wig on one of the girls, and they put like a darker blonde wig on the other one. It's just like a crisis actor, a VPR crisis actor. But yeah, so we've been watching a lot of movies.
Unlike how boring the new Vanderpump is, we watched a non-stop action movie recently, Mr. Deeds.
That movie I've never seen before, and Adam was like, I can't believe you've never seen Mr. Deeds. And I was like, well, I've seen, like, I have older brothers, so we did watch a lot of, like, Adam Sandler movies growing up, but the
Happy
only
Gilmore,
one...
Billy Madison.
Yeah, the only one that I remember watching, like, obsessively was Billy Madison, because I was like...
That's, like, one of the funnier ones, but that's one of the, like... I was like, well, this is kind of, like, it's not as sweet, like, you know, like 50 First Dates is almost like a sappy movie.
I watched that one and I cried a lot and I never watched it again.
Yeah, that one's like a sappy movie almost, and this one's like a kind of an in-between of like a nice story, you know, also interesting, like worlds collide, like it's, you know, kind of a common thing.
Yeah.
But also a lot of really weird stuff, like Emilio with the feet. Like,
yeah,
all
that was just,
stuff.
this man literally has a black foot, and that's like a huge joke in the movie. It's like, that's just...
But it's not just a joke, it's a plot point.
It saves Winona Ryder's life. But like, my big takeaway from that movie was like, well, first of all, I want to say, when just by the title, I was like, oh, this is my thought going into the movie, because I'd never seen it, I didn't know what it was about. I was like, oh, this man has terminal cancer, and he has a deeds list of, like, good deeds he needs to do before he passes away.
Yeah.
And so that's what I thought the movie was going to be about, was, like, this man doing, like, things that go, like, comically wrong.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that at all.
One of my favorite parts with you watching it was, like, what at the end when, Berta from 2.5 Men fights Winona Ryder. You said you were like, oh my gosh, wouldn't you love to have a boss like that? Like, what'd you say? I'm like, Lori, like, it's Deeds Pizza. He's the boss.
He's the boss.
And Lori was just like she just.
How did he
didn't know
get the
what to
money
say.
for that?
I don't know, his parents. Like, he's in a small town. Things.
I thought that kept throwing me. That was like, that's not his dad. Like, that was his uncle. So I was like, oh wait.
There was his mother's. So
the
plot of Mr. Deeds, if you're like Lori and haven't seen this 20-year-old movie, is a billionaire dies and he has no living heirs. So his great nephew gets all his money, and he's like a hick from New Hampshire, and it's a worlds collide scenario with him going to New York and yeah, and it's just like, yeah, it's
not a man with terminal cancer who has to fulfill his good deeds list.
And he gets everyone's trying to figure out who this new like billionaire bachelor is. So Winona Ryder's character disguises herself as a school teacher to get close to
a school nurse.
Which
like also bothered me that her name was straight up Babe.
Babe Bennett.
And it was like, she makes the most money at her job, but she like also very clearly hates it.
Yeah, she's
so
like,
it's like how
she's the worst character.
She literally there's
like
nothing about her that
person.
makes any sense. Like, so you hate journalism,
and her only redeeming quality is that she's in love with a guy, and that we don't know anything about her personally.
I know that she's sleeping in her office.
She's with a piece of shit abusive boyfriend, or like some guy that kept the apartment and made her
which is like, if you have all of this money, if you're the highest paid person at your like TMZ-esque place of work,
and she said she spent all of her money on
shoes, which is like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what type of shoes are you buying?
And then she just like lies, cheats, and steals her way to like get close to Deeds. And then, like, you know, at the end, he's like, I don't even know you.
He's gonna let her drown. She is drowning.
No, he wasn't gonna let her drown. Well, he saves her, and
he watches over her and then maniacally.
And then he goes, like, but she goes, like, I still love you. And he goes, I don't even know who you are. And let's, like, they don't get back together then.
He is standing over her as she is submerged in icy cold water.
And he's like, where are the cameras?
Where are the cameras now? And she is just, she's dying.
Which, that's the only point in the movie where he's, like, an asshole.
I would say the whole movie, he's not the best person.
What does he do wrong?
When he beats the shit. Although, I do think...
No, hold on. I want you to tell me, yes, Mr. Deeds, it's on site, he's ready to throw hands, but I want you to tell me which time did he unjustly throw hands?
The time he literally... That man had a neck brace on, the reporter guy.
The time when he thought a woman was getting mugged and raped? She says, grope me, Marty, grope me. You call that groping? And he grabs her tits. Like, babe, he fucked up a rapist.
A would-be rapist.
A would-be
There's
rapist.
no actual.
No,
She's
no,
being
it was
molested,
she was being molested and robbed. You wouldn't expect me to do that to you? Not to you, but to someone attacking you?
Would I expect you to pretend to grope me in public and steal my purse so we could get a scoop? I would expect that of you. But would I...
Will you expect me to dribble a trash can off of someone's chest?
He just, like, that was... Is this a children's movie? Like, is this a movie kids watch? Like, I know Billy Madison isn't, like, a movie children should watch.
No, that one's a little raunchy, yeah.
But, like... kids do, like, Waterboy is a movie kids should watch, but kids do watch it.
Yeah.
Is this a movie, like, children watch?
Waterboy's a good one.
Waterboy is a good movie, but, like, I was just so, like, it's, like, literally, he bloodies a man's nose for swearing in front of women. Like, he doesn't even give him a warning.
No, he does. No, he gave him a warning.
Says, don't swear in front of ladies.
He said, don't swear in front of ladies. He said... He's like, that shit, and he just gets to lay it out.
It's like that was the craziest thing to me is how ready this man is to just absolutely on sight just throw hands like with anybody.
Hey, sometimes they gotta be taught a lesson.
And he's gonna kill Winona Ryder. He would have killed her if she'd been like, I think we should just be friends. He'd be like, die, like, die mad about it. Like,
I mean, he saved her life. Like, I remember watching that as a kid and being like, oh, he saved her life and still didn't take her back. Like. Damn, she really can't, like, she almost died, and then she got rejected, like, she
and then he, like, doesn't take her inside either, he, like, he, like, plays with her a little bit, he's like, where, like...
What's she talking about?
Like, he doesn't automatically bring her inside to change her clothes.
Where's he gonna bring her? He's out at crazy ass shack
into
in the middle
his
of the
shack.
world. In the crazy ass shack?
Yeah.
The safe place for a woman?
I didn't really like the way... I don't like Steve Buscemi in these movies, because I always feel like...
Buscemi.
I can never tell...
I can't think of a role I don't like Steve Buscemi in.
No, I like him in Billy Madison when he puts the lipstick on.
That's good.
As a kid, I used to always love that part.
That's funny, yeah. Him as the homeless guy in Big Daddy's funny.
I've never seen that movie either.
What is... I was just told that someone close to me refused to watch that because there's too much swearing in front of children.
Oh wait, that's the one with
Zack
and Cody. Yeah. There was a movie that somebody at work today was mentioning to me, and it was like Daddy Daycare or something, and I was like, what the hell is that?
I feel like I heard of that.
And like the fact that I didn't know about it like upset like everybody that I was working with, and I was like...
I think it was like, it's either like Kevin James, or is it Martin Lawrence?
You're right next to your computer, we can just Google it.
I know, I'm going to see if either of those names are right.
But... Daddy Daycare. 2003.
Oh, wow.
Who is that?
Well, who's that?
That's Eddie Murphy.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember. Jesus, I don't know any of these dudes.
Why would I... This movie came out when I was 2003. How old are you in 2003? 98, 2, 5. I was 5. So...
I was 6. I mean, Eddie Murphy right there, that's enough to watch it. I know the other guy is famous. I can't think of his name. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Party all the time. But,
like, people must have just...
Eddie Murphy, Jeff Garfin? That's the guy.
Jeff Garfin.
Garland.
Oops. Garland? He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He's been in a lot of things. He was in a Disney movie.
And so was Steve Zahn.
Have you ever seen that movie with Paul Rudd and the other guy? And they're like, they like get they're like doing a big brother, big sister thing.
Are you talking about, Role Models?
Yes!
That's a great movie. Me and my older brother love Role Models.
I was thinking about that movie all day today because of the scene where he, I was thinking about the pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks that I love. I'm so happy it's back. But, the scene where he's, like, in Starbucks and he's like, actually, venti means 20 in Latin and this is 36 ounces and so blah, 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 blah. And his girlfriend, like, just breaks up with him then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And his
girlfriend,
who's his girlfriend? His girlfriend's
her name's
hot, too.
Beth, and he sings...
Who plays it?
I don't know. Her? He sings that in the Kiss thing, because they dress up as Kiss characters for the D&D thing. Elizabeth Banks, she is hot. In that movie. And I think she's really annoying in real life, probably, but... What?
I don't know. You're just, like, passing judgments on her.
I hate the Charlie's Angel remake. That's why I hate her.
She's in the Charlie's Angels.
I think she directed it.
I'm Googling today. 2019 film. Have you seen the 2000 film?
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I can't remember if I've seen it.
Scroll. Yeah, director Elizabeth Banks. And she was like, "Oh, misogyny was the reason why it didn't do well."
There were literally ads saying like, "This is a woman's movie." Like,
It's like, why? I'm sorry, like, Lucy Liu is so fucking hot in that movie, and Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz, they're all such beautiful women, and it's such a treat to watch them interact. Like, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but why would I want to watch Kristen Stewart doing anything? Like, she isn't on this, like, I feel like the appeal of those movies, and, like, even the original, is, like, these are just, like, insanely gorgeous women doing, like, badass things.
I also like to think, like, almost, like, the Charlie's Angels from the 2000s could take a punch, too. Like, I hate to say that, but, like...
Could take a punch? What do you mean?
Like, you're not... I'm not surprised that they could be spies. Like, that they would be honeypotting dudes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, it's like, say what you want about the problems with the honeypot trope, but they're so... Like, she's so stunning. We're looking at pictures of her right now.
So Lucy Liu... Hold on. Lucy Liu looks dangerous. She looks really serious.
She looks really sleek.
Lucy looks serious. Drew Barrymore looks like she could take a punch.
I think Drew Barrymore could take a punch.
I feel like Drew Barrymore could.
She probably has.
She's probably taken a lot of beatings. Like, I feel like she could. Drew Barrymore could go like 9 rounds.
And I love Drew Barrymore.
No. I'm a Drew Barrymore stan.
Yeah,
I love
I'm saying this in respect of her. I'm no disrespect to her.
No, me too. I love fights. I'm a big UFC fan. She can take a lot of punches.
I would love to see her in BKB.
She's gonna be the new
the new Paige
Drew
Van
Barrymore
Zandt
versus Amanda
Ronda
Nunes.
Rousey.
And Cameron Diaz looks crazy. She just looks. She's like crazy.
She's so pretty.
Like the three of these women, I feel like
there's just the look of it looks so. It looks like campy and like very self-aware and like just I like these movies.
Elizabeth Banks was in the movie and she directed it.
I hate when people do that.
That's kind of shitty.
I think it's very like. But it's like even looking at the posters, it's like. I don't want to watch this. Like I don't.
I see Kristen Stewart, and she just looks, detached and drugged out as always. And then the other two girls...
I don't know who they are. I don't know why I'm supposed to care about them.
Kristen
They're not
Stewart,
like...
Naomi Scott, Ella Balskin.
Oh, Ella Baskin.
Ella Balskin.
Ella, stop.
But
they're just not like... It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look like something I want to watch.
They all look like teenagers.
They look so disjointed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in the original, they're all wearing black. They have very specific roles... and I don't know, I just think it's like such, like, why would you remake a movie that's already good?
Alright, someone has a good, what is it called, I can't even think of the word.
I haven't seen the old one in, like, years. I watched it when I was a kid.
Me too. I think I watched it with my parents and they, like, sent me out for parts.
Yeah, it's, like, cheesy and it says, as cheesy and laughable as this movie is. It's like, yeah, it's a cheesy, good movie, like.
And I also look at Charlie, like, we're looking at posters right now. I'm looking at the Charlie's Angels. Ooh, that'd be a good Photoshop. I'm looking at the Charlie's Angels, right?
Lisa's Angels.
And it's just, like, it's not, it's just, like, it's honestly just a cool poster. And then, like, the
I don't want to watch.
It's just, like, visually too much. There's, like, Mad Max, like, cars in the bottom of it. There's 8 people on the poster. There's, like, the Hagia Sophia's in the background of it. Elizabeth Bank, like, none of it, there's, like, weird, like, scaffolding in it. I just don't understand it. And then you look at the original.
So sleek,
and it's just
so cool.
A giant flaming A with the girls standing in front of it with their shadows, like hero pose. Like,
I really like, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like the original with Farrah Fawcett, too. Like, I think it's a show, right?
Yeah, it was a show.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a cool show. Like,
I mean, just the idea of, like, it's like a spy agency. I mean, the idea's kind of misogynistic with Charlie. It's just, like, recruiting all these, like, bad bitches around the world to go, like, do his bidding.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to watch a movie where it's, like, the selling point. Like, even with the all-female Ghostbusters,
oh my God, you think Charlie's Angels is a play on Manson?
No, I don't think it is.
Charlie's Girls.
Adam just read, what is the book you're talking about?
Chaos by Tom O'Neill.
Yeah, Adam just finished it.
I just finished. It was good.
It's on his mind.
Nothing gets answered.
No.
If you're like, oh, does he solve, like, what really happened?
No, of course he doesn't.
Nope.
I really like, in the audiobook, the snippet I heard, he just goes, I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I like that. I like just saying it plainly. Like, I'm gay. Mm-hmm. I respect that for him.
Well, if you think that's plainly, then you weren't there for the first 400 pages.
No, I was listening to what you were...
Yeah, if it takes 400 pages to say I'm gay, I don't think that's
It's just him writing his manifesto for coming out. It's actually nothing to do with the Manson murders.
He's a 60-year-old man. He's been writing this for 30 years. He just hasn't known how to tell his...
But, anyways,
so
he's like, Mom, I want to listen to I want you to listen to my audiobook. What do you think of it?
Halfway through. I'm gay.
I'm gay. But anyways, we've sidetracked a lot. We've had a great talk. So I want to talk about a movie... We talked about Mr. Deeds.
The last thing
movie we just... Did we watch Mr. Deeds before or after this?
We watched
After.
Mr. Deed no, before.
Before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because then we watched, with the same night we watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We watched The Wicker Man.
The original.
The OG.
And we have to now watch the Nicolas Cage one.
We have an obligation to you as listeners and an obligation to ourselves.
Just like I think with Charlie's Angels, I don't know how we got onto that, but we should watch the original and then
compare. I'm not going to watch the new one.
We'll just watch the new one's trailer and see how much...
I'm not even going to do that.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely, after we watch Mean Streets.
I hate Elizabeth
But so
Banks.
we watched...
I hate that I thought she was hot in the Hunger Games and then she did this.
What was she doing in the Hunger Games?
She's Effie. Wait, is that her name? The one who's like...
Was she like a makeup person?
She's like the one that like announces everything. Effie Trinket, I think her name is.
Yeah, I don't remember her.
She's like the one that like pulls the things out of the bowl.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't.
Yes, it was,
No,
Adam.
it wasn't. You're lying.
Just
man.
Google Elizabeth Banks. Oh, wait.
Jamie,
pull up the clip.
but
But we watched, sorry.
But it's like, yeah, The Wicker Man was really good. I love Christopher Lee. Big Christopher Lee stan. Rest in peace.
Who is that?
I guess he is. Christopher Lee?
Is that the cop?
No.
Oh. Who is that?
You don't know Christopher Lee?
No.
You don't know Christopher Lee? Close your eyes. 1 second. Just close your eyes. Christopher Lee is a legendary. He's Sir Christopher Lee.
Sir.
First of all.
I feel like a lot of old English actors like are.
No, he really deserves it. Hold on. Don't look. Don't.
Oh, I opened my eyes already. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay, that's who it is.
You know, he was Dracula.
All right.
You know, he was Dracula. He was Lord Somerset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you not now that you hear like can you connect the voice because his voice is iconic.
I've never seen this Dracula.
I know. Okay, but his voice is still iconic. Like he's Count Dooku.
Oh, okay.
He's
dead?
Yeah, he died. He died in 2016.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do know who this is.
Sauron,
Yeah, this is starting to connect a lot of things for me.
And he has a death metal album
That's pretty tight.
that is
Charlemagne, is that his band name or?
I don't know, but it's we can't really play too much because obviously.
Oh, it's a Rolling Stones article.
Oh, God damn it. What did I do?
That's pretty
I have
cool.
videos.
You did.
We
can listen to it later.
Yeah, absolutely. So we watched it, and what did you think of it?
I really liked. We saw Midsommar together when we first started dating. And I really liked it. I thought it was good, and I loved this movie. Like I was upset. I would classify it as a musical, because the only time anybody ever really talks to each other, they're like singing.
Yeah.
And
What are you talking about? There's a lot of talking. There's one song.
I feel like they were always singing.
There was two songs, and they were right after each other.
Oh yeah, I guess they were. But I thought it was so like brilliant cinema, really. And I'm not saying that ironically. Like I really did enjoy it. Like every scene, I was like what's gonna happen? Like I feel like movies now aren't slow like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Midsommar I liked for the same reason that it was like slow and it built, and then it was like you really got the ending.
I didn't feel like Midsommar was slow.
I feel like it was slow.
Midsommar started off with like a double murder suicide. Like I didn't feel like that was slow.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like
that was like a lot. It was very front loaded for me.
Yeah, I feel like I just remember being like, "Is this gonna end soon?"
Here's the difference, right? Like it's like the way they shoot each scene is slow. Not the movie isn't slow, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Is like the shooting, like the way things were shot, and like the pace was a little slow for me.
The pace
at
wasn't
times.
slow. The pace wasn't slow. It's like see that's why I think the difference is like they like Midsommar. Like the shots, like what's the word? The cuts are quick. They have really fast cuts from angle to angle, from shot to shot.
Yeah.
And it packs a lot of stuff in. It puts a lot of different things in there, but that was kind of just because it was a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't like when they first get to the Midsommar place, and they had like there's a 15-minute trip in the meadow.
Yeah.
And then they just end up at the place. It's just like you didn't need like 15 minutes of that. Like
that's what I'm saying. Is like that. I was kind of like, oh, I don't really need all this. Like I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying actually.
Like the how about the boyfriend stealing the other dude's dissertation?
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up. But that scene just went so roundabout. It was just such a roundabout scene. I
mean, I feel like it was to show how shitty this dude is.
Yeah, but the conversation that I don't know. When I was watching that, I'm like, this would never happen.
Yeah, it would.
No, it wouldn't. Not like that. Like that conversation would not happen between two guys.
Between two men?
Yeah, the way it went down, that was just a non, like that was like one of the guys would like end up like Cain enabling the other one, or it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, how mad, I can't remember the guy's name, the dude with the glasses got. Like, either the other guy,
from The Good Place.
Like, I don't believe that would end with him just being like okay with it.
I don't think he was okay with it.
No, yeah, that's how they ended it. He was like, the boyfriend was just like, I'll do my paper and you do yours, and if you want help, just come see me.
Yeah, I don't think men would act like that.
No, exactly.
I mean, I do think these men would, because I think they were kind of like pussies.
It was just written that way. It was just, I don't think you can just be like, oh, like they're pussies, so that's like how he wouldn't have if they were pussies, he wouldn't have confronted him. That's what I'm saying.
I
don't see the reality of that conversation, because if they are the people that we think they are, then they wouldn't be in the argument to begin with. Like, they wouldn't.
He would just be underhanded and like do it behind his back.
Like he was for the whole movie.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I see stuff like that's like, but in this movie it's like
everything's just so good. Like, I don't know. There's just like, I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
I loved like all of, I don't know, it was just so interesting. I love like old horror movies. I feel like they're like, because I'm the type of person who like, even with Midsommar, I feel like the gore and like stuff like that is really unnecessary. And like, if it's truly scary, like, I feel like now with horror movies, it's all about, like, shocking and jump scares and, like, being as gross as you can be to, like, repulse you. But I feel like true horror is, like, the unknown, like, the different, like, the other, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie does that so well, because it's, like,
just so
this man is just so, like, repulsed by these people's ideas and, like, their way of life. It's, like, truly, like, horrifying to him. And then in the end, he, like, experiences, like, a horrible demise. And it's, like, nothing is, like, you don't see anything, though. Like, you never see, I mean, I think you see people fucking in the bushes, but like even then it's like you don't really see like
they weren't fucking, they were fucking in the yard.
Yeah,
they were fucking right outside the front door.
But
there was like 18 people just like in like on the in the front yard just like going at it.
Yeah, and that is like shocking and suggestive, but it's like even to me it's like the way it was shot, it like wasn't like pornographic, it was just like an observation. Does that make sense? It was just like what was happening. Yeah, and it just is the way. Yeah, it's like presented so plainly. It's like there's no other.
It was in slow mo, and there was one close up of like the girl making eye contact, which I felt was just like him. Like, that's, like, his perspective is, like, he was just so shocked that, like, when he walked outside to go for, like, an evening walk.
Yeah,
that's what he saw, that, like, everything just slowed down. And then, that was right before the first song, which was, like, the innkeeper's daughter.
Yeah, and I really liked that.
And then he comes back and was like, I'm here on official business. And then, like, goes upstairs, and then that's when the next song starts.
The girls, I like the whole, I don't know, I thought that was just tapping, naked, like, trying to get him to fuck her. She's trying to seduce him,
and she's, like, tapping on the wall.
And I love that you never see them interact. Like, I loved that. I was like, oh, this is so...
Well,
like...
she goes in the next morning and just, like, I invited you last night, and you didn't come for these pussy.
But I liked, like, how they've never, like...
Yeah, she just sang and watched him.
Yeah, it's, like, the wanting, and, like, I like the separation of the door, and I liked
her slapping her ass.
I like that you could see her bush, but she never showed full pussy.
Yeah.
I respect that about a woman.
Good tits.
Her tits were amazing.
Which, we watched Mad Max. Were they tits in Mad Max?
No. Wait. No, not neither of them.
Huh.
The implication was there.
But, we watched Mean Streets. I started watching Mean Streets. That has some titties in it.
Casino has titties in it. What's the other movie we watched? Goodfellas. I think there's some titties in it.
I don't think so. Scorsese. I'm not thinking Casino.
Casino, there's tits.
Where?
I think the wife or something. I don't know.
Ginger? She doesn't show her tits.
Oh. She never shows the tits for money.
She need to pay Ginger.
Speaking of women who show their tits, we're going to talk a little bit about Real Housewives, and we're not.
I don't know what the transition was.
Their dresses are very suggestive at times. I mean,
freaking Jacqueline was saying that she won't even like wear shirts that don't have like long sleeves.
I really felt that though, as a woman who truly does hate her arms. I was like, I feel seen and I feel heard. Because your arms are like...
Yeah, but I don't want you... I don't... That's crazy.
Alright. Okay. I don't know. I feel like the arms... I hate my arms, so anytime a woman is like... anti-arm, I'm like, I see you, I hear you. But, we're gonna watch some more movies. We're gonna
Keep reporting on the pop culture.
Keep reporting on popular culture.
Even if it is, 40 years out of date.
Yeah, we're really in touch with what the kids like. Has anybody seen...
Like, we haven't watched a current... We've never reviewed a current episode of a Bravo show. We're always, like, playing catch-up. We're watching, like, Mr. Deeds and, like, Wicker Man.
We're just old souls.
Yep.
Working with a bunch of 16-year-olds, you do feel like I should be getting my AARP card any moment.
Well, I'm your co-host, Adam McAvoy.
And I'm your main host and your main bitch, Lori Fogg.
And this is...
Stop Being Hateful. James, play us out.